Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you're watching this video from. Very super excited today to have Paul Turner with me, the founder.
So you should be.
Well, absolutely, boss. The founder,
modest with it.
Yeah, the founder and creator of the Ninja trading group that I'm in, 500 community strong. And I wanted to talk to Paul today about his own journey and how he came across trading, and what he would go back and tell himself at the beginning, you know, things that we can learn from, and the vision for the group, because it's growing massively, and it's, you know, it's a lot of consistent, patient work to keep doing that. And you know, all credit to Paul, who every single day is helping us and is on the case and putting out training, answering questions. I mean, he's a phenomenon. I don't know how he does it all day, every day. So welcome, Paul.
I'm only 20 years old.
I know, it's taking its toll. You have to get one of those Wayne Rooney hair transplant things, you know. Well, Elton John, you know, he did that as well.
I've got a felt tip here.
No, put the Commander-in-Chief cap on. We like that one. So, Paul, just for people who may not, who may not know you, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, how long, you know, and how long you've been trading?
Okay, so I was born in a place called Grantham in Lincolnshire, which is famous for three things. Margaret Thatcher was born there. It's the birthplace of Margaret Thatcher, first UK Prime Minister, for those that don't know, probably too young or don't, you know, for countries or whatever. Secondly, Isaac Newton, who discovered gravity, was actually born just outside Grantham, and I actually went to the same school as Isaac Newton. That's one of my little claims to fame.
Wow.
And then the third thing is, it was voted, I think it was 3 years in a row, the most boring town in Britain.
Oh.
So you can actually go and check that on Google to prove I'm not lying to you. It was actually voted the most boring town in Britain 3 years. I think 2 in a row and then another year. But so coming from a very boring town, in terms of like career and stuff like that, you know, I had to basically go to the cities to go and work to get the kind of jobs that sort of paid a little bit more and stuff like that. And that means obviously you're commuting like most people do. And I got to the point where I actually really hated my job. I like the people. It wasn't necessarily the work, but it was more about, you know, you got to, well, I'll tell you my breaking point. I actually ended up working for a company as an area manager, and I traveled the country, and I used to stay away 2 or 3 nights a week in hotels, which sounds glamorous until you've done it for a month, right? Sat on your own, trying to read a book, eating a meal on your own, okay? So it does get tiring. And one day they came to us and they said, listen, guys, we don't want you to stay in hotels anymore because we're trying to make some cutbacks, trying to save some money. So this is what we want you to do now. We want you to get up in the morning, drive to your area, get there for 9 o'clock at the latest, do your work, leave no earlier than 5 at the absolute earliest. Maybe you should be there till 6, and then drive home. Excuse me. Yes, Paul. Yeah. Well, my area can take me 3.5 hours to get to the furthest part of it.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So you want me to get up and like leave at 5:30 or 6 to get there, do a day's work, leave no earlier than 5 so I can get home at 8, half 8 in the evening. Yes. That was the second. I can identify that exact second. Because sometimes we have to have evening meetings as well. So sometimes I won't even be able to leave till about 8 or 9 at night. So that was the exact second I knew I was leaving that job. Okay. And that's the thing we might come back to in this interview, guys. You've got to make the decision. You've got to make the decision that you're going to do it. So that was when I made the decision. So I've done a bit of stuff online, and I went through a few things. Like you said, I tried a few things. I've done affiliate marketing. I've done network marketing. I sold T-shirts. I had my own business doing search engine optimization for companies and stuff. And that kind of did get me out. That did get me out the job. But I realized that I just swapped one job for another.
Sure.
My passion was always to be free. So I didn't have the guys in the job telling me when I could eat my lunch and telling me that I had to get up at 5 in the morning to drive 3.5 hours to do. So it was always that. So network marketing seemed to promise a lot, you know. Did a few things, failed basically miserably. Eventually I got some success with it, but it was down to stubbornness, hard work, determination, always learning. I've always got books on the go and stuff like that.
So over how many years were you in that sort of period? You'd made the decision, you'd left, you'd said, I'm all in to, you know, I can't do that anymore. And then how long was it that you were actually in that transition period of having, in effect, swapped one job for another, albeit working for yourself?
Well, before I started there, I'd wanted to do it anyway. But from that decision to actually getting out of that job was probably about 18 months to 2 years to get out of that job, to then be sort of fit. I mean, I had a really good SEO business. When I had the SEO business, that was good until Google changed everything. And then it all changed.
Darn Google.
Good old Google. Pandas and penguins. Yeah, you remember.
Yeah, I remember that now.
But yeah, I mean, to get out of that job was probably about 18 months. I'd say it wasn't 2 years. It probably more like 18 months to actually do it. But here's the thing. I got out with the SEO business, and then I'd realised I'd just basically swapped. I'd built that up a little bit part time when I could, because I used to work 60 hours a week, no word of a lie, and I used to be travelling up and down the country, especially when I couldn't stay in hotels. Even though I was working those long hours, by the way, guys, I'm here. I got out.
Yeah. So,
when people say they don't have time, I'm sorry. Try, instead of saying you don't have time, saying it's not a priority for me right now. See the difference that makes. It was a priority for me, right? It was a priority. It did mean some sacrifices, always working, but I did it anyway. So when I realized I just basically swapped one job for another, I owned a job then. And the business started to go with Google changes. That's when I really made the decision then I was going to be free. And that's when I really got into network marketing and I really had success. It was all down to determination.
Because, of course, one thing you mentioned there that I haven't touched upon was the NLP, the rephrasing of the reframing and the thinking, because I watched the replay of your latest session, which was superb. So it always occurred to me once I saw your journey with this group that you've got the three things together. You've got money, mindset, and marketing, which is like, the perfect storm. Yeah. So maybe you could touch upon a little bit of the combination in the group as you go through.
Okay, then. So I had the determination, right? So I actually, because of the determination, I did actually get out of my job and I did make a full-time income online. Okay. And although I always made just about enough money. Do you know what I mean? It would be like, I'd get a little bit ahead, the boiler would go.
Yeah.
I'd get a little bit ahead, I'd need new tyres on the car. I was a little bit short, so we couldn't have a takeaway or a meal out that week. Not living extravagantly, just about okay all the time. So a bit of juggling, okay?
Just over broke job.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So we've been coming down to Cornwall for holidays. The particular place in Cornwall in the UK called Boscastle. Some of you may remember it, the place that flooded about, 12, 13 years ago now, probably. It flooded and it was on the news a lot. And we were going there before the floods. We loved beautiful little fishing village. It's National Trust, so it's all protected, and stuff like that.
Beautiful.
Narrow lanes, nice river down to the sea and the harbour and stuff. It's beautiful. We love it.
Yeah.
And what we said was, wouldn't it be nice if we could go and live there? And that was about 13 years.
Oh.
13 years before we actually moved. So what made the difference? Well, it was mindset. So what I always say to people are sort of two examples I always give. Sarah, do you know anybody in the world that would like to lose some weight?
Yeah.
How do you lose weight, Sarah?
Eat less, move more.
Okay, so you know what to do.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what to do.
Yeah.
So how come there's all these diet books, diet shakes, diet pills, exercise videos, DVDs, whatever, I'm old. How come there's all this stuff, all these diets, how come there's all this stuff out there? Everybody knows if you want to lose weight, you put less calories in and or burn more.
Because people start with good intentions and then don't follow through. And you've always been very consistent at following through. That's what I've always admired about you. You've set an intention.
Well, it's learned. It's
followed through.
So same with this. How many people have read Think and Grow Rich? This is the audio version. How many people have read that? The knowledge in it is superb.
Yeah.
The knowledge of how to lose weight is everywhere.
Yeah,
so how
that's what
don't do it?
Bob Proctor, who's in our company, has based all his lifelong teaching career on that one book. Just carries his same little edition around with him. 50
so
years
what I did is when
it.
I got successful, and you'll see this a lot with leaders and people out there that I'm not classing myself as a leader, but you see people that sort of put their head above to sort of say, look, and they teach. The reason they do it, I promise you, it's a common. I've spoken to people that have made 56 million. It's a common thing. When they've cracked it, there's an inbuilt. If you don't believe people want to help, go and ask somebody the time, or go and ask somebody for directions. People in general do want to help.
Yeah.
And when you get some level of success, you do want to kind of go out there and say, guys, I've done it. Let me show you. Let me show you. Maybe you put, I still have bills to pay. So maybe people put it in a course that's charged for, or maybe people do it for free, or if you're a part of a group or whatever. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
Guys, let me show you exactly what I did. I'll help you. Let me do it. Do you know what? Just like the diet, even though I told them exactly what I did, and I was living proof that it worked, they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And that was very frustrating. So to cut a long story short, I was done with the industry 100%.
It's a mental thing, isn't it? You can tell people, but it's like that. I don't know if this is the right analogy. You can lead a horse to water, but they've got.
You can't make it think.
You've got to, switch the bulb on.
That's what I say. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it think.
Yeah.
So basically, I was done with the whole industry, and I was very fed up, burnt out. I still had the SEO business at that time, and I've always had an interest in NLP. Yeah, one of the first books in self-development I read was Tony Robbins, and Unlimited Power. His first book is NLP. It's all NLP.
And for people who, that's it. I was just going to say, for people who may not know the acronym. Yeah.
All the books are falling down now, Sarah. That's your fault.
Yeah.
I've read books on it, and just the same as people know how to lose weight, but they don't necessarily do it. My wife, Lorraine, actually encouraged me. We couldn't really afford it, but we went on a course, and it's the best thing I ever did. The best thing I ever did, hands down, was learn NLP. So here's the thing. So for 13 years, we failed to come and live in Cornwall. And I live here now. It's beautiful and sunny. There's 6 beaches around me. I can see the sea from the back garden. I have to do that a little bit some days, but I can see the sea. We've got open fields at the back of us. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I can have a Cornish pasty anytime I want, cream tea anytime I want. I can hear seagulls every morning when I wake up.
Oh, lovely.
There's lots of old little fishing villages. Boscastle, the place we fell in love with. We actually didn't end up living there, but it's 20-minute drive, if that, down the road.
Yeah. And
it's desolate in the winter.
Lovely.
Stuff going on, but I'm in a little village still, so it's quiet. So I get the best of both worlds. And Boscastle's still special. From 13 years of failure to doing a particular weekend, in fact, on the NLP course, right? We moved within, I think it was 6 months.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that was down to mindset.
You've always said that, haven't you? You said it the other day that I think it was on. It must have been on one of your sessions that you said attitude to money. It's, if you're broke, is a mindset thing. It's nothing to do with the pieces of paper.
People will argue with me day and night about how bad they've got it and what happened to them and their business collapsed. And I've been broke, and I would have said the same.
Yeah.
When you do the NLP and that you do realise that there's probably things you're doing that are self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
There's probably things you don't notice because you're not looking out for them.
Yeah.
There's things that you're not doing. Look at all the opportunities. So
you've got to recalibrate, reset your 0 point, if you like, higher up.
It's all. There's a thing called a reticular activating system. There's a thing in your brain called a psychocybernetic system, and basically the psychocybernetic system tries to keep you where you are. Better the devil you know.
Right. Yeah. Fear keeps you safe. The lizard brain keeps you comfortable.
I'm not happy.
What you know. Yeah.
I'm not happy, but I'm not unhappy enough to do anything about it.
Yeah.
When this book was written, you've got to remember this was written like the time of the Great Depression. People literally couldn't feed their families. And he's talking about desire and drive and stuff like that. I have people today, and I'm sure you're the same. They'll tell me they're broke.
Yeah.
But they'll tell me that on their iPhone 10.
Yeah.
And they got to go because they want to watch this film on their 52-inch screen TV with the satellite subscription that they've got. But they need to head off now because they've got to go and pick up the Chinese takeaway in one of their 2 cars.
But I had someone recently say to me that, they couldn't afford, they were desperate to get out of their job. They couldn't afford the $6 a day. And I said, that's fine. Okay, I'm here to help anytime you want to chat. I then went on their timeline, taken the kids on holiday, been out on the Friday to the restaurant, and had taken the kids to the zoo. I mean, I don't want to sound old, but we never had any of that when I grew up. You know what I mean? Because you It's what,
That,
hello, you
that
can
is,
have all the freedom you want in the future. If you,
that's a prime example. Psycho-cybernetic system
yeah.
and the reticular activating system that filters out thousands of pieces of information. No, I'm broke.
Oh, okay.
Look, I
Okay.
don't see the fact that I'm spending money on the zoo that could have gone to this, that could
Yeah.
get. I don't, it doesn't even register.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
seen
my.
as a necessity. The kids, we want to go to the zoo. I mean, get a cat. You could pet your cat, man. You know, you don't need to
Never mind.
some.
Well, I keep fleas.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, you're absolutely right. The point is, a lot of people, they go through life and they don't have a plan. And
Yeah.
what changed the weekend? I mentioned it was a particular weekend. We did 10 weekends, so I did 20 days over the course of a year.
Yeah.
And the particular weekend was outcomes.
I remember the amount of work you did faithfully with the folders, and every time you'd finished your working week, and you, Lorraine, had packed up and you were off to go and do your and it was work. I remember you telling me the story about the circle and something you had to stand in a circle or outside a circle. It was to do with literally mentally moving oneself.
Timeline.
Was it
Timeline?
timeline?
That would be, yeah, timeline. No. Okay, yeah, it's timeline, but I know what you're talking about now. So our brain filters things in time, in sequence, either that way,
yeah,
or that way.
yeah,
And it could be curved. So when I say to you, think about Christmas coming up this year.
Yeah.
In the space around you, if you had to put it somewhere, don't think about it, but in the space around you, where would you put it?
Oh, back by that cupboard by the wall.
What about Christmas the year after?
Oh, I don't know. Same place.
So you see,
Because
Sarah's
it's
future.
where my Christmas tree would go.
When's your birthday?
July.
So think about your birthday this year. In the space around you, where would that be?
Here and now.
Here and now, right close to her. So Sarah's timeline, the future in July, is like really close, which it is actually. It's not that far. What about the Christmas after your birthday? Where's that?
Over here and now.
So it's still pretty close, but you see it's in front of her, and we use things, don't we? Like put it behind you, look forward to it.
Oh, yeah. I get you.
Things like that.
Yeah.
And that's because most people, their birthday is in front of them, like it's here, you know.
Yeah.
Christmas, well, it's still about here.
Oh, okay.
Sarah's future's right close. So, so
it's
basically,
it's because I'm so much on an agenda that I think I'm really, as you know, trying to pick up momentum and crack through things. So to me, I'm thinking, time, I haven't got enough time. So for me, I'm trying to accelerate particular goals I have for September or December or January.
See?
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah,
so basically,
yeah.
on the
I've got
course,
that from you. I've got that from you and your.
Our tutor said to Lorraine, "So where do you see this happening?" She goes, "There." And where do you see this happening?
Okay.
There. And it was all future stuff. And where do you see moving to Cornwall? And she went. So it wasn't on her timeline to hit. And he literally grabbed her arm and moved it around like that.
Oh wow! That's the circle thing then. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
So mindset, marketing, money, right?
Yeah.
I was done with the network marketing industry, online marketing, affiliate marketing, selling t-shirts, done with it because I couldn't get people to follow through, and I was busting a gut helping people.
Yeah.
To find out that most people don't want to sell, don't want to recruit.
Yeah.
And it was a friend of mine called Eric. He said, you need to speak to this guy called Arnold.
Yeah.
He's making good money. He's not selling anything. He's
Yeah.
not recruiting anybody into a scheme
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm all right though. Because I was going to be an NLP practitioner full time. That's what I was going to do.
I remember Eric from Denver. I met him
Eric's great.
at Empower. You remember the Empower days?
Empower days.
Yeah.
So basically, I did speak to this guy more out of as respect for Eric, to be honest, if I'm honest with you. And the guy told me it was Forex trading, and I thought, scam.
Yeah, I remember Arnold. Yeah.
I'll lose a lot of money if I do that. I haven't got enough money to put into it anyway. You need thousands, don't you?
Yeah.
That was all preconceptions.
Yeah.
And thank goodness I was open-minded enough to look.
Yeah.
First tip: are you open-minded? Brain's like a parachute, only works when it's open.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I mean, you only. Yeah, if at first you don't succeed, then skydiving's not for you.
Yeah.
So, so I spoke to Arnold, and basically he showed me his phone, and he showed me what he was doing, and I sat on it for a couple of months, and eventually I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I joined, and we can't talk figures and stuff like that on here, but I did very well in my first month. Didn't have a clue what I was doing.
I remember. Yeah.
Don't recommend doing what I did to anybody, but it meant that I learned quick.
But that's what I've always admired about you. You said to yourself, you know, you have a phenomenal capacity for this brain, where you said, I'm going to crack this in this 30 days.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hit that target, and you did it. I know why you're saying you don't recommend that approach to everyone, because you know we need to follow rules. There's a particular thing. But I just thought, you know, I know the figure that you made, and I just thought, oh my God, how did you do that? That was amazing. Because you said, I just decided I was going to do it, and I did it. But I don't really recommend how I did it to everyone.
I made a lot of money one day when I was pouring milk on my cornflakes. I made good money while I was literally pouring milk on my cornflakes, and I saw the price move, and I saw the dollar signs stack up, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
And then another day, I lost as much when I was tying my shoelaces. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what I was doing, and that's why I don't recommend it. However, I did learn a lot.
Yeah.
And what we teach now is do it on demo, so you're not risking any real money.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, it kind of, I could see I could do that. No matter what else I did, if I built up my network, NLP business, if I went back to network marketing, if I decided to open a market store, whatever I did, I could see actually, even if I was on the road on that job where I worked 50, 60 hours a week, I could see that I could potentially do it. And back then we were mostly copying and pasting trades from other people, which again, I don't recommend. Yeah. They're there if you want to, but I would suggest to most of you watching this, most people, they think, it might be risky. I'll let the experts do it. You know, when you understand it more, would it not be nice to be in control over your own life? For me, that's part of my thing. I want to be in control of my own life. I don't have to work this afternoon if I don't want to. Yeah. You know, if I want to go and eat, I can't eat at restaurants at the minute because of COVID. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like, I fancy eating out. Let's go. And it's not. I'm not worried about having a Ferrari and a gold-plated house. But it's freedom, you know, time freedom and stuff. And I could see that I could do that no matter what. So that got me hooked. I went to it like a bull in a shine shop, but I learned a lot doing it that way, and it did work out great. Yeah. And then I kind of had the mindset with the NLP, and that helped, definitely. Definitely, yeah. Definitely. You know,
you've always said that, haven't you? It's 10% technical skills, 90% psychology. And I never really understood what you meant until I was further on in my Forex journey. And it is so true. I think you've got another phrase, which is, I wouldn't say Forex is easy, but it is simple. You know, you have to go through that grind to just understand it. And then once you're through that, you only need one strategy. You just need one. You stick with that, rinse and repeat, or wax on, wax off, as you call it.
Well, you wax on, wax off to learn the strategy, but a lot of it is mastering the mundane. It's a phrase that I got off a mentor of mine, master the mundane. You see, most of us, we get bored very easily. Yeah. So I could give you I could give people a strategy that worked 100% of the time, right? And there isn't one in Forex, by the way, guys, just let me put that out there. Yeah. But if there was one, I could give you a strategy that would work 100% of the time, and most people will still screw it up. Yeah. Because what they need is that need for variety. So even though it works 100% of the time, they'll be like, what if I do this? Oh, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I could try trading at this time instead of that time. Maybe I could, it doesn't work. No, you didn't work. In fact, this morning's session, my Forex trading, I do Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. every day. Today, we didn't even do any trading. We just talked about the basics. Yeah. Because people were starting to drift away from the basics. Yeah. We brought them back, and it's like there's people on there. It was great. I don't know if you saw it, but there were people saying, I just do literally the basics. I draw those, 1 to 4 very simple lines on a tool that does the hard work for us. Yeah. I just draw those lines. I just put everyone on. Yeah. Magic numbers that work on those lines. Yeah. Amazing. And and they're getting 7 out of 10. If you can trade 7 out of 10, you're successful. Yeah, and then exactly. What we can do is, so anyway, I don't want to digress. So where we're at, mindset, money marketing. Yeah. With the Forex, what I realized about 2 years later, I've been doing it now for 3 years, 4 months. Yeah. What I realized, actually, probably a bit more than that. And I wish you mentioned before this call, something you wish you'd known earlier. I wish I'd known about compounding earlier. Yeah. I really wish I'd known about compounding earlier. It's so powerful. It's incredible. When you, the natural tendency is to trade and trade and trade, because if you win one trade, you think you could win 100 trades a day. It doesn't work that. Yeah. Less is more somehow. I don't know why. I was gonna say it's a peculiarity. It's a conundrum.
I've never solved. And you have to go through that process of winning it in New York, in London, and losing it in New York till you finally get it. You should have just stopped there. You've done your compounding for the day. But as you say, if you want to scratch the itch, then just go on demo and try some other things. But don't, leave your trades alone for the day.
So with the mindset thing, I realized that actually, if I could get 3% a day account growth, $100 at the end of 12 months, and this isn't an income claim, this is math, you can work it out. If you trade 5 days a week and you grow your account by 3% a day, starting with $100, it turns into over 120,000 at the end of the year.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? And it's so, you just have to use the spreadsheet and you think, oh my God, can this really be true? And you keep clicking the button to change the amounts, and it is true, but that's the theory. But for FTC compliance, we're not allowed to mention yachts, fast cars, and profits and percentages. And
I'll be honest on the call, you won't do it, guys. Most people will not do it because we don't win every trade, for one. For two, you go through that stage where you make it in the morning, give it back in the afternoon. We've all done it. Okay. And also you might wake up one day and go, do you know what? Nah, I don't feel like trading. I didn't feel like trading today. Tuesdays is always a really, really busy day for me. So on a Wednesday, I'm normally pretty tired. It's just the way it is. I'm used to it. I do like a 15, 16 hour day on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So this morning, I didn't really feel like it. And as it happened, we went down another angle that, that took the whole call. But you might get one day sick. You might be ill.
But okay? But I think you're back to your point about people aren't uncomfortable enough in their job they hate. And in effect, most people die aged about 35. It's just they're physically living until they're 70. Yeah. And, so that I can't get my head around this. And as a master NLP practitioner, perhaps you can answer it. How come people don't have that perspective that they think, going through a little bit of pain to learn Forex, which now we have the democratization, we have these tools that do all the heavy lifting for us. It's phenomenal. Why isn't there that light bulb moment that thinks, do you know what? My life is so precious. We're not on this earth in the scheme of things for like 60 seconds. That for my family, for me, for compounding, to be free in the afternoons, I can make that money. No past. Disclaimer, past performance doesn't indicate future profits. I'm going to live a joyous life. Why do they stay in that comfort zone? And I don't find trading boring. I actually find it comforting, the repetition of the process.
But how long have you been doing it?
I've just this week, which is why I wanted to record the interview with you. This is the start of my third year, Monday the 18th of May 2018. And I love the repetition of what I do. I love it. And I'm not really into kind of repetition. I don't know why. I find it very I enjoy it. I find it joyous.
Routine. Some people like routine, but Sarah, how long did it take you to get to that stage?
Well, quite a while, but the problem was, probably 8 months. But the problem was the psychology of it was the psychology of me. It was underconfidence, sitting in the dark, listening to Brian on his Q&A. Gradually, I emerged from the shadows. So that's another thing I love about trading. It actually makes you a better person. It makes you more confident. It's very empowering.
It is. But here's the thing. When you said about why don't more people do it, most people don't play, I call it this, they don't play the movie to the end. 3% a day, 20 days a month, $100, 120K.
Yeah.
There's a part of your brain, I think it's, where is it? If I remember rightly, I won't go there in case I'm wrong. There's a part of your brain called the nucleus accumbens, it's called.
Oh.
Nucleus accumbens. And basically that handles risk to reward.
Oh.
So, objectively, you understand, don't you? $100 could turn into 120K. We're realists, we're adults here. You might be ill one day. You can't trade Christmas Day even if you want to because the markets are closed. You can't trade Easter even if you want to because the markets are closed, just the way it is. Okay. You could try taking 2 trades a day though, and all this stuff. Also, when the numbers get bigger at the end, the numbers get scarier. Unless you're mentally prepared for that, you probably won't risk. You probably won't make $1,000 a day, but you'll make 500. But that affects the compounding.
Yeah.
But what I say to people is, look, if you don't do that and you do 10% of it, let's say, and you turn $100 into 1,200. Yeah. So, sorry,
12,000. Yeah.
12,000. That's 10%.
I know, it's phenomenal, isn't it?
And then if you look next year and you start with 12,000 rather than 100, then look.
Yeah, and
Most people don't play that movie to the end.
You've grown your psychology to cope with the bigger lot sizes.
They think, well, even if I did half of that, if I did a quarter of it, if I did a third of it, if I did
I know, yeah,
of it.
yeah.
And the reason why they don't is because anything that you learn new is hard. That's the way it is, because your brain hasn't got any pathways to go down to learn it.
Yeah.
So it has to forge a new path in its brain. So anything that you want to learn is potentially fairly hard.
Right.
So when you come in, your nucleus accumbens is going, well, you know what, Paul, you've watched an hour-long video. Can you trade yet? No. You've spent an hour of your life. Okay, so I realise I need to watch more videos and maybe get on some of the live sessions we do. So I do that, and it goes, Paul, are you trading yet? And you go, no. And it's like risk to reward. Well, you've put out all these hours in and you're not even making any money yet. Then you take a trade and you lose it. What happens? Your nucleus accumbens starts setting off a siren going, look, not only have you put all this time in, you've lost money now, and that's just part of the process.
Okay.
And when you do make money and you make 3% on $100, it's $3.
Yeah.
And you get your phone bill in.
Yeah.
$3. It's not even paying my phone bill. And your nucleus accumbens is like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And what I tell people to do is play the movie to the end.
Yeah.
You made 3% today. That's great. There's 20 trades a day, 20 trading days a month. That's 240 trades over a year. Or you could do a day, 3 a day, 4 a day. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, less is more. You'll know when. So if you think about it, that now I only need 239.
Yeah.
Next day I make 3%. Now I only need 238. It's coming down, isn't it? Freedom.
Yeah.
And that's what I try and teach people to do. Play the movie to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So the thing that I found with the trading is, I say to people, when you first start with us, I would like 20 hours a week from you. Oh, I can't possibly do that. No way. And I say, well, think about it like this, break it into chunks. If you could do 10 hours a week trading, 2 hours a day, and then some back testing, then while you're on the charts, allow 5 hours a week for just 15 minutes of trade to have a look at your setups and make sure you're doing the right thing. And then after that, the thing about Forex is you shouldn't be doing 10 hours trading a week. You can get it down to 2 or 3 hours a week and still make all the money you need to make. But like learning to drive, you've got to go to the regular lessons and you've got to do some education as well as doing your live trading. And I think a lot of people don't realize, unless they get a schedule, a piece of paper, and actually look at the time they waste, because they'll spend an hour happily watching Coronation Street and I enjoy Netflix and my movies, but like you, I probably have it on in the background while I'm waiting for trades to set up. I've been binge watched masses of series of Vikings and all the rest of it, but I've been and that's the other beauty of trading, set your alerts.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sat in the chair looking at them all the time. But people, I can't say to people when they want to join, oh yes, 1 hour, as you said, 1 hour of watching a video, you'll be up and running. I don't understand why people can sometimes dismiss something that can give them so much freedom when they're prepared to spend 40 years in a job that would pay them, let's say, that 12 grand a year as a pension at $1,000 a month, when they could make that in 1 hour a day, just trading 2 hours a week and be free.
I'm often done with one trade, guys, inside an hour.
I know, yeah, because London session, you can, has the biggest, $6.6 trillion a day, the most liquid market there is. No matter what's going on in the world, that market's always going to be there. The trading of currencies, and you're done for the day.
Most people in Forex fail because they try and learn off YouTube or whatever. Okay?
Oh yeah.
We have a good success rate in our group. We have a fantastic success rate.
I wanted to come onto the group because it can be a lonely business, and that's $6 a day. So can you just talk a little bit now about your vision for the group? Because it is a lot of work, and I see you doing it consistently for many years, day after day after day, to help and support us, and it's phenomenal. So I want to talk a little bit about the group before we kind of wrap up with things like, do you think anyone can do it, and what do you wish you'd known when you first started? Accelerate other people's journey, and some final advice and tips for people who are maybe sitting on the fence, have been following us for a couple of years but not done it. So could we sort of finish off with that sort of thing?
So vision for the group and why I set it up. I mean, me and this Arnold guy set it up originally. I ran it pretty much, you know. And what I always say now is it's not my group, it's our group, and that has happened because, like you, for example, when I started doing the live trading, you said I'll do it, you know, and so did David Kahn, and so did Sharon, and so did Sarah Cruikshank, and
I know,
so
I was nearly physically sick when I felt those words coming out of my mouth, and I thought, what the hell have I done? And it's made me so much more confident. It's made me a better trader. I like you, I enjoy sharing the journey, and I really enjoy helping people. And often, like everybody else, they're nothing to do with me in particular, but then I need help sometimes, and people will willingly give it to me. So it's very collaborative.
So here's the thing. When I started, there was only one product, believe it or not. The product was the scanner, and the service was swipe trades, which are copy and paste trades. Now, so when I started, right, I struggled, and all I literally had to do was copy and paste. Right? Yeah. It's so different now, guys. And I struggled. So what I thought was, if I'm struggling and it's just copy and paste, why aren't there any really simple videos there showing me what to do? So we set the group up as a support group. So I didn't expect to grow a massive group. I just thought the company will give you the services for free if you refer 2 people. That was my first aim. I thought I didn't want to refer anybody, but I like the idea of getting it for free. And then when I kind of saw what I did in my first month trading, the company will reward you if you share more than that. And you can get to a point where you can make $600 a month, and that's just 12 people. And I thought, do you know what? Because of my background, I thought I could probably get 12 fairly easily. Yeah. And now there's probably getting close to about 1,580.
I know, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
And the reason for that is because you don't have to sell and you don't have to recruit. And when you tell people that, they say, Paul, sell me and recruit me. It's amazing. Because people don't want to sell and refer. And also, just to put this to bed, because we do get this sometimes, people go, oh, it's just a marketing deal. Nobody trades. Sarah, do people trade in our group?
Yeah, all of us. It's over 90% out of 200,000 people overall are pure customers, because the product is money.
While we're talking, I'm going to log into my dashboard and I'll show you while we're talking. So that was kind of my vision, was just as a support group, really, just so people could come and ask a question, and we could put trainings in, like, well, this is what this bit means, and this is what this bit means, and that was all it was ever meant to be. But it's grown to like this really, really, really good thing.
Really good thing.
In what sense? Well, one, we have strategies that we've adapted for us that are simple, right? They are the simplest strategies I've ever seen. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
And they work really, really, really
well. And that's taken a lot of refinement. It hasn't just been, we've tested, we've asked people to pilot it. There's been a choice of things. So there's been, I've seen it develop over the years, and it's been a huge amount of work.
You just see that, look, customer ratio, 91%.
91% customer ratio, only 9% of people out of 200,000. I think we added on in the whole big company. And
well over now.
Well over, and in the in 60 days, 100,000 people, as you probably expect because of the global situation. But as Paul has said, not everyone wants to build a team or share and refer it. But I've seen the effort that's gone into the group with all the training videos, the units, the 8 hours a day of live trading that we all provide for free. Yeah. It's just a phenomenon. And I mean, real hats off to you, Paul. I know you say it's our group, and it has become that, but the whole thing, it must be you. I want to say in the nicest possible way, we don't care about the company, because what it provides actually is a facilitation. It's the software systems and tools that it provides. You can go and look at all the big educators who are like the professors in our online private university, if you want to put it like that. Another reason for joining through us is that we are sponsors. They don't do print and TV advertising. You can't email them and fill in an application form and join the university. But we care about the software systems and tools that these, the $200 million trader who created it, that he's put together. That's what we're paying for with the subscription. And then, the joy, you can click a few buttons and it does all the heavy lifting for you. That's what we're paying for. But back to the group, because that's really, why do we need the group when we've got that big, like, go live and the academy? Where does the group fit in this scheme of things that makes it so powerful? And I believe it is unique in the whole academy.
So people have read that, but they're not rich.
Yeah.
You need something to help you put that to work.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my vision, right? My vision, I want to help 1,000 people get financially free.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of people that are free from their job now. Financial freedom isn't a Ferrari, a mansion. Financial freedom is I don't have to go to work anymore if I don't. That's my definition, right? I don't have to go to work anymore if I don't want to. Might choose to, might love their job, might want to keep the money coming in, but that's my definition. We now have people that have quit their job, and we've got a lot of people away, compounding their money, okay? So that's all good. But that was my initial vision, because remember what I said, I knew the decision I was going to, at that moment, I can still remember the office when that decision was made. I was leaving that job because I'd had. And
I'm a full-time trader because of the pandemic. It's accelerated my journey, because I had holiday letting apartments. They don't exist anymore. Thank God I found trading 2 years ago. That power, as you said, of being in control. Where would I be if I was thinking, oh my God, but that's why the group is so fantastic. I've seen us onboard people. I'm thinking of Mirelle. Within 5 weeks, they're up and running. They've got it. Ordinary people, bus drivers, lorry drivers, whatever. We're all ordinary people. It's just fantastic, because you've got that system working.
And that's the key, and why we're good, right? Not good, where we fit in.
Where we fit in.
The company isn't perfect, because no company is.
Yeah.
We're not perfect, because nobody is. But we make it work. Now, I'm only interested in the company we use because of the tools.
Yeah.
Now, everything we provide in the Ninja Group, the simple strategies, the training videos on those, up to 8 hours a day of live trading. You can get on with Sarah and see how she trades and get trades from Sarah.
Yeah.
You can actually see her do it in front of you. You can ask questions, right? I'm on every day. David Kahn's on every day, Monday to Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Orm.
Fantastic.
Now on a Friday.
Even develop some extra software for us.
So my vision wasn't to make X amount of money or get 12 people in or get 1,600 people in a group. That was my mission, because I knew I wanted to get out of my job desperately. And jobs aren't safe, guys. People say, I'll stick with my job, it's safe. What's unemployment now? It's crazy. There are reasons for it, but the reasons don't matter. This is it. People will defend. Oh yeah, but that's only because of this. You're still out of a job though, aren't you? Well, the reason, I don't give a crap about the reasons why.
Yeah.
And that's NLP training.
Yeah.
There's a great analogy with NLP and counselling.
Yeah.
If you fall in the river and you're struggling and you keep gulping water and you're drowning, a counsellor will come and say, why do you think you fell into the river? What do you think it means? What was your relationship like with your mother? While you're drowning and flailing about. Yeah. NLP attitude is, let me give you a hand. Let's get you out of the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. Love it. I love it.
And then we can talk.
That really resonates with me. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care how long you think you've got air left.
Solutions, not problems.
Yeah.
Here's solution. Yeah.
Let's just get you out of the water first.
Yeah.
Let's worry about why and all that later. Yeah. Let's just solve you don't want to feel anxiety all the time. Let's solve that.
Yeah.
And we can do that. We can,
Yeah.
I'm helping people at the minute with trading with NLP.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And again, all free, guys. So, you've got all that education, all that hard work Paul put in to get the Master NLP Practitioner certificates and to put the effort in. I've seen all his coursework. It's phenomenal over a long period of time. And he now puts that into the group and helps traders with their psychology. And we also have a trade surgery in our Discord group. He was talking about that this morning. People can actually put their charts in there and say, how could I improve upon this? I couldn't quite see what happened there. And everyone who, you know, because everyone's on a journey. Some of, like Paul, have been in well over 3 years. Others are, you know, just starting, you know, and in between there's a whole rainbow, a whole spectrum of education, and but really connected. And I think that's what I love about it. It's that nucleus of the homely connection, that we feel like we're not alone. It's one big family, and a lot of upbeat positivity in our raining pips, where people can post their daily results, and everything's recorded, remember. So if people come on and they say, yeah, but anyone could post that stuff, no, because the recordings are there and we record it all on a spreadsheet. So, you know, I've put up about 150 hours of training, and that's all free, and I'm very happy to do it. You know, it's purely selfish. It's made me a better trader and made me be consistent and disciplined. I absolutely love it. And if I can share what I've learned like everybody else, that's great. And I've done a 66 trades or something called, and I've updated my spreadsheet. That's 91% win rate, and that's awesome. An average of 25 pips per trade, 1600 pips divided by that 60 or 66, whatever I'm up to. And that actually, ironically, is my daily goal. And that's just from 1 hour a day watch list.
You've hit on something very important. I need to that's good, because this is worth saying, right? So my vision was to make the tools work for people so they could come in and be successful. Most people don't. I don't want to be. There's people in the group like you. You run rings around me with trading, right? I can follow the rules and I can win trades without being at your level.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want somebody. Everybody thinks they haven't got any time and they haven't got any money. Everybody thinks like that. It's the two most common things, right? Like you said, they take the kids to the zoo, they go out for a meal, they've got a new car coming, but they haven't got any money.
Yeah.
You know, and they haven't got any time. But you know, they're up to date with Vikings and they watch and all that. So it's all about priorities. But I wanted, see, this is what happens. So nobody thinks they've got time or money. So the compounding means you can start with a low sum and you can build it up. Yeah. You can refer to people, and we're doing things now to help people do that. Yeah. You can get it for free. So you can, it can't be cheaper than free. And in fact, it is, because it makes you money with the trading. Yeah. You don't need a huge amount because you can compound it over a year. If you've got more money to put in, great. But you can start with about 100, right? Yeah. So we answer that. Is it a scam? No, because your bank trades it, get your money out of the bank if you think it's a scam. Okay. We give a 7-day trial of our group, so you can't argue with that. No credit card required. If you like what you see, you get a 7-day trial with our academy. You have to pay, but you get your money back within 7 days if you think you made a mistake. It's not long enough, right? But it's something, okay? So you can get 14 days to see that we're open and honest. It's like, what more can we do, right? Yeah. Now, if you do want to be a fantastic trader, you do what Sarah did. She went to IM Academy and she followed Chance and Samantha Gonham religiously. Yeah. And she's learned from them. John Doherty was an awesome trader. Yeah. He followed Oren Wright. Yeah. Kevin Orr followed Oren Wright. Yeah. You know, I used to follow Stevenson Lindor a bit. You know, stuff like that. Barley Granville. Barley Granville's amazing. Amazing. Yeah. So you've got all these resources. You can go if you want to be like a Wall Street, you know, financial district trader. There is stuff in the IM Academy that will take you there if you want to do that. Yeah. Right? We've got stuff in there that teaches you the way the banks trade. Yeah. However, what I think is most people will say, I don't have time to learn all that. And what Sarah just said there is what triggered this. 150 hours of training I put in. Yeah. Most business opportunities, if you think about it, what they do is they say, you've got a problem. You haven't got enough time. No problem. I'll show you my NLP folder. Yeah. They say, oh, you haven't got enough time and you want to get out your job. No problem. Yeah. Here's the training. This works. Yeah. Yeah. So now what have you done? You've just given me another problem. Yeah. Rather than solve my problem, you've given me another problem. Yeah. How am I meant to watch 150 hours of training? And there's over 100 educators on Go Live now. Yeah. And all their training videos. And then you say, but if you really want to master it, you need this. You really need to master all that. And then actually we suggest to do your own learning outside of it. So you might want to read that NLP book, in my case, that NLP book, and you might want to get that NLP book as a resource, and you might want to get that NLP book, and you might want to get, I've read all these, get that one, and you might want to get that one. Do you get the point? I've got, I can keep going, and I've got another room full of NLP books and expensive DVDs and videos.
I know, I've seen it, that bookcase. Yeah.
So I love it. I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
Okay, more than I am the trading.
Yeah, I know you love it.
So, how do we solve it? That problem with all the training.
We have one simple strategy, and you have a checklist. I don't need more than 4 confirmations, and all I need to do is check my list. And I do that every single trade, and I've done nearly 1,000 trades since last November. And that's all I do. The same thing the whole time.
We give you you've got to watch at least one training to see what it's about.
Yeah.
Then we give you a checklist, and from there you should be good to go.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, most people aren't.
Yeah.
Most people want a bit of reassurance.
Yeah. How do you get to that stage where the fog lifts and, sorry, mixing metaphors, and it kind of sinks in, and you think, oh yeah, I really see it now. I really feel it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's that reticular activating thing you were talking about.
Repetition.
Repetition. That builds the muscle memory. Then that's the subconscious working on. Because when I was on some live trading the other day, and TradingView had moved the object tree, and it completely threw me because I was chatting away, click, 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 and then I went, oh my God, sorry guys, hey hell, and TradingView had moved it to the right, completely threw me. Just the position of where a particular thing that I use the whole time is strange. I thought, why is that?
Muscle memory, yeah. So,
yeah.
So we give you the basic training.
Yeah.
We give you the checklists.
Yeah.
And then
you
can actually come on a live session, ask questions, and we all the traders basically do the same couple of things.
Yeah.
And might build on it. You do pitchforks. You
yeah.
still use the scanner.
The scanner's at the heart of everything.
Scanner's at the heart of what you do. The scanner's at the heart of
this morning, how versatile it is. Yeah. And that's the unique development of the guy who created the company. So the group, the vision, have we talked enough about the vision for the group? The 1,000 people financially free.
1,000 people financially free.
And we've got 500 in our group at the moment. So
yeah, but we have a couple of sister groups.
Yeah.
So my collective group is it's getting close to 1,600 now, my collective group.
Oh, so when you say over 1,000 financially free, what you mean is people are doing the trading, but they're not yet financially free. Is that what you mean? I get it.
Following the plan. With our support, they're following
Okay. So what do you, so is that going to be this year, next year? You don't know by when. It's up to us.
Impossible to answer. How long's a piece of string?
Yeah,
but we brought it, we had another 84 people join us just last month.
Yeah, so brilliant. Fab.
Long may that rain.
Yeah. So to finish off the meeting, and I thank you ever so much for your time, I want to finish now. We've talked about your background, how you arrived at it, what the group has to offer and what the vision is, what it can do for people, what holds people back, how you can help them overcome that. So I want to finish with, what do you wish you'd known at the beginning that you know now to help people, think, that they can accelerate it? And what is your final piece of advice to people who may be sitting on the fence about joining us and trading?
Okay, so the 2 things I wish I'd known, if I could go back in time and tell myself, 1, definitely compounding.
Yeah.
I sort of knew it, didn't really understand it.
The power, right? As Einstein said, he who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it.
Credit cards, loans, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be the first thing, to really understand the power of the compounding, like I'm doing it now, and like we're helping people doing the group. And there is another one, and that is less is more. I know. Yes.
I still can't get my head around that. It's so bizarre with Forex. It's actually such a route to freedom. Less is more. And I don't understand that either. It's really bizarre.
You can work out your daily target, whatever it is for you.
Yeah.
Once you secure your daily target, it's fine to let it run if you can get a bit more out of that trade, as long as you've locked in profit. We teach you how to lock in certain of your money. Once you've locked in
risk-free trading,
if it goes a bit extra, that's great. It's a bonus.
Yeah.
But I really don't get people that will win 2, 3, 4 trades
and
then losing it all.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's mindset, because what happens, and this is what we're doing in the group at the minute.
Yeah.
So with NLP. So what happens is you win one, you win the second one, you lose the third one. Now, even though you're ahead for the day, you either let that third one run till it wipes out all your profit,
Yeah.
or you think, well, I need to get that money back, because now you feel like you've lost something, even though you actually
that's
haven't.
a terrible one, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the most powerful things, and you mentioned it again this morning in your, I think in your training, was the power of the risk-free trade, and you teach people how to move the line. So bang, you're now risk-free, and that is, and I know Sarah Jane does it as well. It's so important. Don't want to use technical terms on this, but I will, to move a stop loss, as we call it, to a stop profit of 1 pip as soon as the trade has moved a certain way, and then you're home and dry. And that is a very simple thing to show you how to do. With click the tool, draw the horizontal line, put the alarm on, it's done. Or as soon as it moves 10 pips, bing, my alarm goes off, bang, my stop profit's in.
Easy, and you can do that automated as well. We have some software in the group that will help you manage your trades for you. It's not IM Academy. I stress it's a ninja little thing. Okay,
yeah.
It's nothing to do with IM Academy. There's a little bonus you get, and you also get a bonus thing called the Ninjacator that will help you get
the Ninjacator, and that was developed for us free ex-copper who loves programming. I mean, that would have cost thousands upon thousands out in the open market. So the power of compounding and not over trading or over leveraging. As you said, you've lost the trade. I heard someone talk about it on your NLP session. I was watching the replay, and he said, I overtrade, and you gave him some very good advice on how not to do that. You gave him an exercise so that you just shut the computer and feel better for cutting your loss and walking away. I thought that was very powerful.
You're not cutting your loss. You're protecting your account.
Protecting your account.
Yeah. A lot of what we do to ourselves.
Because that's your profit regulator, your stop loss. So protecting your account. And that's why you teach don't risk more than 3%, because that will always keep you in the game.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Paul, it's been absolutely wonderful. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for making the time. Just one final piece of advice for anyone who's sitting on the fence and has been, because I know you've had people join us who've said they've been watching for two years, sitting on the fence about trading.
Okay, so you don't know until you try it. So what I would say to you is, look, the reason why this group works is people do naturally want to help. But Sarah, if everybody on your session took your trade, does it affect you? Does it affect your money?
No. It's their responsibility.
There's no competition.
No.
Right? I can give everybody my trades.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because it doesn't affect. People think, well, if it's so good, why would they share it? The market is worth $6.6 trillion a day. The retail traders, people like me and Sarah, we make up overall across all the world, all the different time frames, we make up about 20%.
We can't even move a pip.
Well, it takes $10 million apparently to move one pip, which is how we measure profit and loss.
Yeah.
Right? It takes $10 million to move 1 pip.
And if the big 10 banks are doing Forex trading, taking our money and paying us a measly 0.1% that you put up on your bank statement, taking our money in Forex trading and charging us back on our mortgages and credit cards, but they're lazy people. I'm not saying some of them aren't brilliant traders, they are, but they set stop losses of like 250 pips between these big particular lines of floors and ceilings, as we call them, and where I'm very happy. Yes, Paul knows I stay down my little rabbit hole, and I'm down my little rabbit hole right down in that little bit, and that's where I like to stay. So but and where the minnows, mixing my metaphors again, but minnows on the back of these whales, and they are literally whales. They can bang move the markets, and we're nipping in the gaps in their strategy and grabbing what we need, and they don't even notice us.
We're just taking our little bits, and I mean, particularly with one of the strategies we teach, it's only 10 pips, guys. It's
the 10 pip club a day. I love that. 10 pips a day, and you're free. Brilliant.
If you're curious or you're on the fence, we give, like I said earlier, we try very hard to do zero hype. As soon as you say $100 can turn into $120,000 or pounds or yen or euro, whatever you're trading, as soon as we say that, it sounds like hype. It's math. It's a formula. You get a calculator. It's not hype. It's just truth.
We give you ask us for the spreadsheet. Reach out to Paul. Reach out to me or any of us traders. We'll let you gladly see the spreadsheet, and you can go off and fiddle with the figures, fiddle with your figures to your heart's content.
And neither me or Sarah are saying you will do it. Most likely you won't do that, but how close can you get?
Yeah.
Now, then the other thing is, okay, we don't charge for what we do, but we can't help the fact that the tools we use, if you want to do what we do, you need the tools we use. That's common sense, right? So although we don't charge to get access, if you're not joining us in IM Academy, we can't teach you what we do because you haven't got the tools that we use for us to teach you what you do. So yeah, you do have to pay for that, unfortunately. And also, like I said earlier, you know, when the bank comes and says, Mr. Turner, you haven't paid your mortgage, and I say, yeah, but do you know what? I helped a ton of people.
Yeah.
They still want the money, the bastards. They still want the money.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people in the traders, you know, they do it because they want the 2 and 3. You know, they don't want to pay for the tools in the academy that make them money. So yeah, potentially, you know, people might gain in that way, guys. You know, and you know, I've got a big team, and the company will reward you if you want to share it more. And I put that into my trading account. Guess what? Double bubble, accelerate faster. Yeah. Great life. Okay, but fundamentally, you can get access to all of this for free with just 2 referrals. Yeah. Your bank trades Forex. Look at our results. I put results out every day. Yeah. I share results every day. Yeah. Okay. So if you're curious, you know, and you think we're lying to you, don't even bother asking for the trial, because we're not here to defend ourselves. We're not here to convince you. Yeah. But if you're curious, we'll give you a 7-day trial of our live sessions as a group. Okay. You can see what we do in front of your eyes for 7 days. Right. Then you can actually get a 7-day trial of our academy. So again, we're making this as risk-free, as height-free as we possibly can from our end. Okay. Just check it out. I promise you, it's good. It's good. Well,
Paul, I can't thank you enough for doing this. I'm going to be sharing it on YouTube and across the groups and on my timeline, so people can actually see what we're all about. And all hail to you, and thank you so much again for everything you do and have done consistently
guys,
for 3 years.
I will say, like I said, you know, Sarah came in knowing nothing, and she runs things around me. She's really gone advanced. She teaches some good stuff. She's on Monday to Thursday. Yeah. Do yourself a favour, have a chat with Sarah. Sarah's the same as me. No hype. We don't. Yeah. You see, I tell you, to close it out, right? Yeah. A lot of people where they think, oh, is it a scam or whatever? Yeah. Do you know what? We don't care if you don't join. Yeah. We don't need to recruit yet.
We're just trying to help you.
It's the best thing we've ever done. Because I don't care if you join or not, ultimately at the end of the day. Only in the fact that I like seeing people get free from their jobs. That was my motivation. Right? So I get that psychic income, they call it, don't they? Yeah. But I don't need you to join.
Oh, I love that phrase, psychic income. Written that down.
Trade. So we're not desperate. Don't think we're desperate for you to join. Okay. Yeah. So you can come, you can ask your questions. It's all risk free. There's no pressure on our part. You can see what we do. That's why we do a 7-day trial. It's the fairest way. Yeah. We can't do more because we're showing you paid products.
Yeah, you know? We're allowed to show you that, and it might appear overwhelming. I remember Paul has a similar story. You know, he had to put a little yellow sticky note on his computer when he first started to remind him that up was buy and down was sell. And with me, it was always trend lines. I couldn't do an upward trend line or a downward trend line. I just had complete and I had to do my own little drawing and put a little mnemonic on it to remind me which way up was for you know, a buy or a sell trend line.
I'll tell you what, you said close out on that. Let's close out on this. Yeah. If you could go back and start again, but you had the group as it is now, how much faster do you think you'd be successful?
I could be making money on the Friday if I'd set up my broker account and trading platform over the weekend out of the 7-day trial. I would be doing that on the Saturday and Sunday. And then I would have watched by the Sunday night the units, particularly unit 7, which is Be Your Own Bank. That's all you need. Printed off the confirmation checklist, looked at the live sessions and thought, okay, I'm at work or I've got family issues or kids or whatever the issue is. Thought, you know what, I'm going to get on a basic BYOB and fit some sessions in. Sarah Jane does a lovely one, tea tantrums and trading in the afternoon. It's basic BYOB. And I would actually get over that fear factor of that hurdle of pressing the button on the demo trade. It's only monopoly money. It's your account with the broker. It's nothing to do with us. It's your bank account. You then put in 50 or 100 pounds or euros or dollars, whatever you're trading when you go live. But I would be trading live, pressing that button on demo by the Monday or Tuesday to Friday, and I'd say I'm going to do 10 or 20 trades a day, bang, bang, bang. People have this huge fear factor of, as Helen puts it, taking the armbands off. And I had the same, but mine lasted months. That's it. And Mirelle is the example that keeps coming to my mind. I know within 5 weeks, she's making real money on a real account. And I reckon you can do this within 5 days. I really do. Well, I know you can.
We have people do it, but I mean,
Yeah.
we don't recommend that. We recommend demo at least a couple of weeks. But
yeah,
the point is, and why people do make money faster is you can get on with Sarah. Sarah calls a trade. You can take the trade. And
yeah,
Sarah's winning what, 91%?
yeah,
That's the difference, guys. So look,
yeah.
at the end of the day, you've got nothing to lose by checking us out.
Thanks.
And potentially lots to gain. So there
Thanks
you go.
ever so much, Paul. I really appreciate it. I'm going to stop the recording now. Thanks, everyone. Reach out to
Guys.
Paul or me, and see you all soon. Thanks for listening.